Okay, so we're going to talk about hustle. Hustle and play is the name of the brand. I think hustle brings with it the most problematic attachment of what it means, but hustle is just a part of life in our framework. Hustle means working, hustle means obligation. It's not about doing more or having it be the most glamorized topic. It's just something that we do. Hustling is a part of life. We have to get from point A to point B. We need to do A, B, and C tasks. We need to function in society. And so it is one of our 4 categories for every day, month, season, and year. And it's important that we have a hold and an understanding on what is happening in our hustle life. And it's also really important that it's not our whole life, right? And so I think often what we do is that our electronic or our paper planner that is run by 12 to 12 every day, the things that make it in that space are usually hustle driven, right? And if we're not careful, then our whole day, week, season, and year fills up in those time slots with way too much hustle, right? I think a lot of us feel that way. And I honestly think it's as simple as the reason for that being that the tools before us ask that of us, right? What makes it into our calendar, our traditional calendar? It's appointments, meetings, obligations, deadlines, things that we need to hustle for, right? And so I think that's where those tools fail us. And our tool that has more spaciousness and more ways to think about how those tasks actually fit into our needs, right? Is it hustle? Is it play? Is it push? Is it move? Our hustle then kind of levels out in our priorities. It's not the central focus. It's just one of many. And if we are balancing our priorities in a more holistic way, right, with these categories, then we don't overstack our hustle every single day, because the truth is we actually usually don't have to. We usually can't flip the switch and clear our calendar and make hustle a little less front facing. But over time, when we start to conceptualize what hustle, play, push, and move mean to us, we can scale back the amount of hustle that we expect ourselves to accomplish in a day. And when you talk to hustle and play users, that's what they say. It's just about doing a little bit less in one category so you have space for the other categories. The other thing about hustle is that we need to be really honest with ourselves about what it means, and making sure that we're fitting in things that don't make it into the calendar, like grocery shopping, like going to the DMV, God forbid, getting the oil change, going to the dentist, going to pick up the kids, going A, B, and C. Those are all hustles. And I mean, maybe they're play for you. I don't want to make assumptions, but for most of us, those errands, those tasks, those chores, they don't make it into our calendar, and then we're scrambling to fit them in, and they become pretty miserable, frankly. And so if we can remember in our hustle and play books to factor them into our week especially, it makes the rest of our hustles that are already in the calendar kind of more realistic. And we can say like, oh, do I need to go to the grocery store on the day that I have 15 meetings stacked up, or can I push that up a little bit and make sure I do that day so that I don't have to do that on the day that I have all the meetings, because that's going to feel like crap. So that's hustle. It's just one of 4 categories. It's not more important or less important. We don't want to forget about it, of course, but we also don't want to fixate on it. And so the goal is just to kind of normalize, neutralize and de-romanticize that topic. It's not anything to be feared. It's not anything to be put on a pedestal. Hustle is just what we do in our lives, and we just need to bring it back down to neutral so it doesn't run over us.